Time to play a game. So this is one we were talking about this before when we were reading some quotes from Bernie Sanders, and a lot of people were saying, "Well, no, I like Bernie Sanders because he really believes what he says." If you actually look at his policies and his quotes, sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between Bernie Sanders and the super far leftists.
Yeah.
One might argue that Bernie is super far left himself. So
one might make that argument,
might
indeed.
make the case. So it's time to play a game that we call Who Said It? And this edition is the Bernie Sanders 1% or Communist edition. So it's hard to know. Now this originally was going to be Bernie or Stalin. Jared, you know these. We don't know the answer to these.
I do know these.
Now, you had to change some of the language before people...
We changed some of the language just to kind of give an even playing ground, so it wasn't like super obvious if someone mentions a country name or
billionaire
class,
which didn't exist back then. Proletariats, maybe not terms.
So just to kind of make it a little generalized.
Well, not generalized. You just change certain keywords that would be regionally sensitive or time sensitive. Okay.
It's like the New King James Version.
Yes, exactly.
Evens it for everybody.
The message is the same. Okay, first quote. Who said it?
We are socialists. We are enemies of today's capitalistic economic system for the exploitation of the economically weak.
I'll tell you what, I'll read it, you read the winners. With its unfair salaries, with its unseemly valuation of a human being according to wealth and property instead of responsibility and performance, and we are all determined to destroy the system under all conditions.
Thank you.
Okay, Gerald, who do you think said this?
That sounds a lot like Bernie.
You think that's Bernie? I will tell you, I know that. So you say Bernie?
I would say in the ideas.
Okay.
In the ideas.
This is not fair. I know that one. I don't know the rest of them, but I do know this quote.
You know this one.
Pretty sure that one is actually another socialist, Hitler.
Ooh.
Jared?
Oh,
okay, so it was Hitler. All right.
9.
Quote number 2. Let's see. This is quote number 2. Who said it? All right. Election days come and go, but the struggle of the people to create a government which represents all of us and not just the 1%. A government based on the principles of economic, social, racial, and environmental justice. That struggle continues.
That's Bernie.
Because he says the 1%. I've got to say that one is Bernie.
Environmental.
Yeah, that's true.
Crap about the environment.
That's true. I would say Bernie. That's Bernie.
There we go.
It is. It's Bernie.
But it's
1%.
only because of those 2 key words.
Yeah, it's only because of the 1%. Honestly, it could have been anyone at this point. So this could include what? It could include like Mao, Stalin, Pol Pot, Lenin, Marx.
All those people that killed tons
kind of the
who's
of communist pricks.
Stop it. Only religion kills. Okay, let's go to another quote. This is the third quote. Who said it? Enable every woman who can work to take her place in the labor front under the principle of equal pay for equal work. Gosh.
Ooh, that one's tough.
You know what? I'm gonna say Bernie on that.
I'm gonna say Stalin.
You're just doing it because it's a guess. I'm gonna say Bernie.
No, it's not a guess.
Bernie, and it was Mao.
What? What? I didn't think he cared about women.
No way.
Neither one of us were right.
Way.
I genuinely thought that was Bernie.
I thought it was Stalin. I mean, you know.
Okay, and you can play along with us. Send us your best quotes, by the way. Those who are watching either on YouTube or Mug Club members by loudoutwithcrowder.com/mugclub.
The problem is, we don't know which ones these quotes came from.
At S Crowder or at NotGayJared, you can send your quotes to the future version of this game. It's just there's too many to pick from.
Too many.
This is quote number 4 or 5?
This is number 4.
Number 4. Real change never takes place from the top down or the living rooms of the wealthy campaign contributors. I already think it's Bernie. It always occurs from the bottom on up, where tens of millions of people say enough is enough and become engaged in the fight for justice. That's the political revolution we helped start is all about. That's why the political revolution must continue. You know what? I was going to say Bernie, but I feel as though this is a trick question because that easily could have been Stalin, and since we've adapted the language to make it contemporary.
Stalin, yeah.
You know what? I'm going to say Lenin, actually.
Lenin.
Gerald? Wow.
Gerald?
I'm going Bernie.
Going Bernie?
Bernie?
Burn, baby.
Bernie.
Okay. All right. How many of these do we have?
5. We have. Oh, we can go for days.
Okay. Number 5. Okay.
There's one
Who
thing.
said it? For there is one thing we must never forget: the majority can never replace the man. Well, hold on a second. That almost sounds like capitalist. The majority can never replace the man, or does that mean like the man in a bad way, and we're trying to replace the man?
Like fight against the man?
I don't think Bernie's that poetic, so I'm gonna say Stalin. Bernie's a little more on the nose.
Going back to Hitler.
You think that's Hitler?
I'll go back to Hitler on that.
I'm gonna say Stalin. Who is it?
Oh!
No!
Oh, really?
Wow. Himself.
I'm not sure I like knowing this stuff. Guessing.
So much for Hitler being that right wing. All right, let's go. Let's go a couple more here. Again, you can send yours for future. Okay, the Sandinista government. What is? Oh, okay. The Sandinista, like, it's hard to read this font, this Boogie Nights font. The Sandinista government has more support among the Nicaraguan people, substantially more support than Ronald Reagan has among the American people. Okay.
I think that's. Can I say what I think?
Yeah.
I think that's an old school Bernie quote.
Well, see, I was gonna say I feel like it's a trick because you would obviously say something like Stalin or something like Mao because it's older.
Yeah.
Or someone maybe from North Korea or Fidel Castro, but because we've said it could be an old school Bernie quote, but I'm going to say I think Fidel Castro.
Hey, Fidel Castro?
That's a good guess.
Bernie.
Oh,
Bernie.
man, that's 3 in a row.
Yeah, it is. Well, you just keep saying Bernie. By
No,
the way,
I
you're
didn't.
kind of cheating at the game.
I said
the game is to try and get creative with your guesses.
I said what? Not to be right.
2 more. 2 more. Thanks for being. I bet you're a lot of fun at parties. All right. Quote number, I think it's 7. Before consulting the hotheads who present various military options, such as military invasion, remember President Reagan, Rambo only exists in the movies. Okay. I'm going to say that one. I'll say Bernie.
It can't be Castro. Castro. I'm going to give it Castro.
Really? I think that one's Bernie. Like I said, an old school Bernie
give it
quote. I think that's
Castro.
Bernie.
Ortega!
Ortega. I was at least in southern.
We really opened the options up
Yeah,
here.
we-
There
well,
are
we
a
did.
lot of horrible socialist communist leaders.
They've all failed, and yet we listened to Bernie.
Okay, let's wrap. Jared picked the best one, not Kate.
Because, okay, find
Yeah.
me a second here. I'm going to find the
Okay, he's
best
gonna find
one.
the best
This one here.
Let's see.
Boom.
All right, the greed of the bourgeois has got to end, and we are going to end it for them.
Ooh. That's Lenin.
I was gonna say that could easily be Bernie, Marx, Bernie or Marx.
Lenin.
The top. You saying Lenin?
Lenin.
I'll say Marx. I'll say
Marx?
Marx.
Really? Oh, no way!
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Oh my
That's seriously
gosh.
a Bernie quote?
Yeah,
I-
just
I
swap
would
bourgeois
swear.
to billionaire class.
Oh, okay. Well, I think
yeah.
it's the same thing.
Yep.
I would absolutely.
Bourgeoisie.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was originally intended to be a family-friendly fun game is heart-tremoringly terrifying.
Yep.
Because now he just announced that he's going to be running for president again in 2020.
When he's 700 years
Yeah,
old.
he's going to be running for president again in 2020. So I am genuinely scared. I thought we'd get a few that we missed. Send yours to us and tell us what you think about these quotes. Are they extremists? Are they not extremists? Is it not fair? Is it fair? Is it just good old-fashioned fun? I know you don't have that in the YouTube comments section. Hey, if you like this video, subscribe by clicking the subscribe button. It's in a circle now. It used to be a square, which most buttons aren't squares. Unless it's on a phone. There's square buttons on phones, but most buttons are circles. You understand what I'm talking about. Or watch the recommended video, which is popping up in a box, or subscribe at louderwithcrowder.com/mugclub. Join the Mug Club so you can get the daily show. And that means that you are not beholden to the YouTube censoring overlords. But let's be honest. You like being there where you are, under their thumb. Power bottom you.